Ladies and gents, welcome to CG Reaction, and this is lesser known Christmas folklore characters for the channel Salmonella Academy. Christmas is coming up, so I'm like, why not react to this video? Because I know there are, in Europe there are lots of folklore about, Christmas and obviously Santa Claus and things. Also in Americas. But I think around Germany it must be stronger one, because Germans always have this strong folklore that's not much suitable for kids, but these folklores are for kids, like things like Hansel and Gretel and things like that. It's just too strong. So I'm pretty sure around Germany, Austria, Germany, and places like that would have strong Christmas folklore. But yeah, let's still see the video. And people, remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's watch it.
This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hey kids, hope you had yourself a merry little whatever. I know I did. What do you like best about the holiday experience?
Oh, yeah.
My personal favorite part is where we systemically brainwash children into thinking they're supernatural beings who judge their every move and then invade their house at night. Now, everyone knows Santa. Good old Saint Nick. Old Father Christmas, old Christopher Kringle, old Elpheus Prime, Slayer of Elk and Bringer of Xboxes. And you've probably heard of some other characters somewhere too. Guys like Krampus, Belsnickel, Charlie Brown, Xi Jinping. Well, today I want to show you guys.
Yeah, there was a real thing about, Santa Claus and Xbox, isn't it? Since Xbox is Americans and, it's big in USA mostly. And there was a time, especially around Xbox 360 time, where kids are, really praying to Santa for, bringing them Xbox. Obviously, their parents gave them the Xbox at Christmas, so it became that big thing, like, pray to Santa to bring me Xbox. That's just hilarious thing, man. Also that Winnie the Pooh thing for Xi Jinping. I saw the episode of that on last week tonight. I'm like, what the hell? I don't see similarities, but after him talking and putting side by side pictures, I was like, yeah, I kinda see it now. So now whenever I see the picture of Winnie the Pooh, I always think about Xi Jinping. Maybe that was his target from the start, to get more famous, I guess. Who knows?
More obscure Yuletide beings from different cultures all across the globe, but mostly Europe. Now, this first creature's name comes from the Welsh. As a matter of moral principle, I personally don't formally recognize the Welsh language. Maybe someday they'll figure out how W's and Y's work, then it'll be a different story, but for the time being, you'll have to excuse me for not condoning bullshit like this. So the thing allegedly called Marie Louise.
Okay, wait a second. That's an actual language? Actual name of a village in Wales. Welsh is a language? I thought they just spoke English. Damn, okay.
Excuse me for not condoning bullshit like this. So the thing allegedly called Marie Louise isn't a true mythical creature per se, but more so a tradition carried out for at least the past few centuries in South Wales. No, I mean Old South Wales. This is how it works. Every holiday season, the village rapscallion will take a horse's skull and affix it to the end of a pole. Kinda like one of these things, except, awful. The skull is typically decorated in some way, and sometimes they put in a lever so you can make the mouth move on its own. Then a white sheet is draped over the pole and its holder, thus giving the illusion that Famine himself has come to destroy all your figgy pudding. From here, one would think that the nightly festivities would include welshing your trousers and repenting for a lifetime of naughtiness, but no, it gets better. You know that whole mouth moving thing? Turns out that's not just for taking wild snaps at the faces of innocent children. The Marie Louise and its party of caretakers will go around to random houses and sing a song about wanting to be let inside. The inhabitants are then expected to sing back with excuses as to why they don't want this abomination in their home. All in rhyme, of course. This goes back and forth until either the Marie Louise gives up or the party's invited in, at which point they get to raid your pantry and drink all your beer. So if you ever find yourself rap battling a horse skull in South Wales, don't panic.
Imagine him going to the house of Eminem's house. Eminem would just get more intense every time he rhymes, like, god damn, you know what, I'm just going. He would just walk away.
It's normal, I guess. Next we have...
There must be some story behind it. Why is this tradition there? There must be some kind of a, ancient or some story, who knows?
Frau Perchta, a witch-like being said to visit during the holidays in the alpine regions of Germany and Austria. Depictions of Perchta can range anywhere between beautiful woman and whatever the hell this is, but usually they fall somewhere in between. She's also sometimes shown with this big weird floppy goose foot, That's because she's apparently real into spinning. Not the 2-foot kind though, the 1-foot kind. It's said that this delightful spinster pays a visit to all the little wiener schnitzels on the 12th night of Christmas. If you were well behaved and hard working this year, she might leave you a small silver coin in your shoe. How kind. But if you've been an inattentive young lady and didn't spin all your flax that year, Perchta will trample all your half-woven fibers as punishment, and you'll say, weird flax, but okay. Fucking cut that out, Jesus. Then there's the stuff Perchta
That was less bloody than I expected. I thought it would be something gruesome, but okay.
considers especially naughty, which can vary depending on who you ask. If you left your house a mess, or you didn't leave out the traditional bowl of porridge, or maybe you didn't eat your ceremonial fish and gruel on feast day, that's when you've been a real goober.
Yeah, what is she going to do? Ruin his toys or something?
As recompense, she'll rip out your fucking intestines through your abdominal wall and then stuff your empty body cavity with pebbles and straw until you're just as plump as when she started. So, you know,
What the fuck? Where'd that come from, man? That was an extreme 180.
you win some, you lose some. Nobody knows what she does with your freshly harvested innards after she leaves. But being that she lives in the mountains and has an obsession with thread making, I think we can all infer the obvious
Bungee
truth.
jumping.
Of course,
That's the Germany I know of. I knew something hardcore was coming.
no discussion of folklore of any kind can truly be complete without taking a look at Iceland. Between the centuries of isolation and the volcanic fumes constantly spilling out over the countryside, it's no wonder that they're one of the world's biggest exporters of whack-ass mythology. Seriously, according to one 1998 survey, over 54% of Icelandic
No way.
citizens said they believed in elves. Let me repeat that just
Yeah,
so we're all clear.
alright. Whenever people say 54%, first of all, surveys always, lose. I mean, in 2016 election, people like, Hillary's going to win by a landslide. That did not happen, did it? Surveys are like, you just ask random people and just assume from there. Like you ask 10 people, and if out of the 10, 7 people say something, and you just assume from there like this many percentage believe this. I mean, first of all, once a billboard said, if some guy comes with a clipboard towards you and asks you some question, you're just gonna say, man, go screw yourself. And yeah, I'm one of them. I'm not gonna answer you. Who are you? So surveys like it's stupid. I highly doubt that 54% of them believes in elves. I highly doubt that.
In 1998, the majority of the population of Iceland said they believed in elves, and a very large portion probably still does today. As such, the cast of characters said to visit during the holiday season over there is natural.
But still, there is some truth behind it, so it's not going to be 54%, but still, as a survey goes, that's high, so there must be good amount of people that believes in that. That's just effed up, man. Really, elves? You think Legolas is coming there?
Actually quite diverse. The main lineup consists of the family pictured here. This is the leader of the bunch, a troll, goblin, ogreish type lady named Grilla. Grilla just fucking eats kids. That's it. She's said to prefer the naughty ones, but as long as it's small and made out of kid, she's game. Then you got her husband, Le Palu, who lives with her in her cave, generally considered to be equally ogreish. When the holidays roll around, if there's no soot in your fireplace, he'll reward you with a pickled herring. But if it's dirty, he'll scoop up the ash and dump it in your bed. Ooh.
His wife eats children, and he does this rewards with a fish, or does this. Why not just just give give your wife the kid? I mean, there is a conflict here. That doesn't make sense.
Nah, just messing with you. None of that's true. He also just eats children. The couple also has a giant cat called this. The cat's main concern is whether or not a person receives.
That was pretty simple folklore, wasn't it? It's just to keep children in line so they don't do stupid things. That's it. If you don't do this and this gonna come and gonna eat you. Like, god damn, that's very simple. Not much detail behind it, just gonna eat you. Why? Because you're a naughty boy.
New clothes for Christmas. Pretty hypocritical considering it walks around naked all the time, but whatever. Anyway, if you got new clothes, then good for you. You got new clothes. On the other hand, if you didn't get any, well, can you guess what he does?
Eat.
Take a wild stab? Yeah, that's exactly right. He fucking eats you. Children, adults, doesn't matter. He'll even vor your dog. He doesn't care. Finally, you got the best of the bunch, the 13 Yule lads, each of which visits on a different day leading up to Christmas. They're kind of like the 7 dwarves, but whereas those guys are jolly and helpful and stupid shit like that, the only real goal of the Yule lads is to harass and inconvenience people as much as possible, and each one has a unique way that they go about doing that. I'm going to go through all 13. Now please remember, I am making none of this up. I'm not even going to try to say the Icelandic names, so I'll just give you guys the English translations, which are very apt, by the way. First you got Sheepcoat Clod, who goes around harassing sheep, but he's easy to catch on account of his peg legs. Then there's Gully Gulk, who hides in gullies to steal milk from your cows. There's Stubby, he's real short. He eats the leftover crust out of pie pans. This one's called Spoon Licker. He licks spoons. He's also incredibly thin on account of malnutrition for some reason.
They put real thought into this one, isn't it? Naming them. They put real thought into that.
There's Pot Scraper, he scrapes pots. And Bowl Licker, who's like...
Let me guess. He licks bowls.
Like Spoon Licker. The key difference here being that he licks bowls. You got Door Slammer, who slams doors in the middle of the night. And then Skyr Gobbler, who gobbles up all your skyr, which is like a Nordic yogurt type thing. Whoa, who's that up in the rafters? It's Sausage Swiper, of course. Here to swipe your sausages. And who's that in the windows? You bet your ass it's Window Peeper. Look at him peep. And who could forget our favorite, Doorway Sniffer, who sniffs your doorway with his giant freakish nose to seek out bread. There's Meat Hook, he steals your meat with a hook. And finally, Candle Stealer, who fucking, you get the picture. So, if you know some kids who just won't behave, maybe it's time to take a page out of Iceland's book come next holiday season. Now remember, your friend dressed up as Grilla doesn't have to actually eat the kids. Just bite him a couple times, that'll be enough. Anyway, with New Year's right around the corner, the time comes to make our New Year's resolutions. While you may spend New Year's Eve getting hella turnt, why not spend New Year's Day getting hella learnt? You can do just that with Skillshare.org.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that though. Yeah, people, go to skillset.com/Samo5 and support the channel. Sam and Nella really deserve it. One of the best videos I ever seen. Man, he stopped making videos, obviously, because I think he's a kid and he's, focusing more on school and college or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, good for him. But whatever video he made is just awesome. I love it. I knew when Germany came around, like, that wasn't much of a, that's not extreme. Germany is known for extreme, and in the end, just reported intestines. I'm like, there you go. That's the Germany I know of. Iceland, surprise, but Iceland is, just simple, isn't it? Just gonna kill you. That's it. So basically, parents telling their children, if you don't behave, this thing gonna come and kill you. So they behave, but that's still effed up, man. I love this one, man. This video was awesome. Alright, people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe.